Hi, my name is Jean Acorn, and I'm going to be presenting an article called Education and Catholic Religiosity as Predictors of Hostile and Benevolent Sexism Toward Women and Men. This was published in a journal called Sex Roles in 2002. Because education and religion are such influential societal institutions, the researchers chose to focus on how education and religion each individually contribute to sexist beliefs about men and women. Previous research has shown that higher levels of education are related with egalitarian viewpoints regarding gender. However, some argue that this may be due to a more sophisticated ability to disguise sexist attitudes rather than an absence of them. Nonetheless, the researchers hypothesized that education would be correlated with less evidence of sexism. Religion, on the other hand, they believed would be correlated with higher benevolent sexism. Benevolent sexism is defined as attitudes and behaviors that reinforce male protection of women and female dependency on men. Benevolent sexism can appear to be positive, however, it reinforces gender stereotypes and gender inequality. Hostile sexism, on the other hand, is much more overt and is a reflection of antipathy and resentment of a particular sex, whether it be female or male. Because their sample came from Galicia, Spain, of which the majority practiced Catholicism, researchers in the study focused on the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church promotes traditional gender roles. Women are barred from the prestigious positions in the church. They can't be priests, bishops, or popes. Similarly, figures such as the Virgin Mary promote motherhood and devotion as ideals of womanhood. Sanchez and Hall in 1999 found that families that practiced Catholicism were more likely to embrace traditional division of household labor, with males working outside the home and women doing a majority of the domestic labor. Given statements such as, "In a disaster, women ought to be rescued before men," and "Men are more willing to take risks than women," participants were asked to rate their agreement or disagreement on a scale of 0, which is strongly disagree, to 6, which is strongly agree. They were also asked their level of education and their religiosity, whether they were a non-believer, non-practicing Catholic, practicing Catholic, or adherent of other religious faith. The researchers then performed regression analyses to see if there were any correlations between religion, education, and sexism. Just as they hypothesized, they found that education was correlated with fewer sexist beliefs. There was not as strong a correlation between religion and sexism. But in accord with their hypothesis, there was a correlation between benevolent sexist attitudes and practicing Catholicism. Religion was unrelated to hostile sexism against women or men, however. Before I would conclude, I would like to mention that due to the fact that the study relied on correlations, it's not certain what the implications are for the relationship between education and sexism, or between religion and sexism. It may be that those who embrace traditional gender roles are attracted to the Catholic Church, rather than Catholicism influencing its followers. The same may apply for education. However, these findings are interesting, and perhaps a future study which examined religious involvement in depth would yield more conclusive results. This concludes my presentation. I'll leave information on the article in the description bar, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thank you for listening.